All right, so here we go. We've got our top 10 for today, courtesy of Cherry the Great. The top 10 signs you have become an annoying couple. Number 10 from Z. They comment on each other's Facebook posts and them alone. Like, let's say we're a couple.
Yeah.
When you post something, I'm the only one who would comment.
Something. Yeah.
And then if I post, you're the only one who would comment. It means nobody's interested. But you keep on posting anyways.
Well, maybe that's why they keep posting.
Because nobody's interested.
But maybe if you talked about something else.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, when you talk about your love for each other, people will only comment only up to a certain point.
Because they're not part of it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. At the beginning, maybe they'll go, oh, that's so sweet.
Mm-hmm.
But if it keeps happening, then, you know, it's to the exclusion of everybody. This is just between you two.
I think it's the same as, like, baby pictures.
Mm-hmm.
You know, when they show you baby pictures, there's a limit.
Yes.
I mean, you're okay with, one. Because I know of a friend who they have a friend, and that's all she does. She posts pictures of the baby, and it's like 20 pictures
of her baby. You mean
of her baby?
Okay.
And it's practically the same photo. It's just 20 times she clicked the camera, but it's the same pose, it's the same crib, it's the same everything.
Oh, no.
And then, and like she posts it like every 3 days there's a new set of 20 that it's the same pose. Because it's a baby, so there's no movement.
Your baby's not that cute.
Something like that. It's like for you want to share because you apparently find your baby very cute.
Mm-hmm.
But for everybody else, it's like once or twice is okay.
Well, maybe you can just hide them.
Maybe.
In your news feed.
In your life.
In your live feed.
Oh, I thought you were going to say in your life.
I was going to say, yeah.
But yeah, number 9 coming from Momon. Momon says, couples who say they've broken up, but you find out they still secretly go out.
What's that about?
And what's that about? Exactly. It's like, then why do you tell everyone you've broken up if you're still working things out? And why the need to hide it? You can always say...
I get the part where you don't want to tell people,
Mm-hmm.
but you also shouldn't hide it.
Yeah.
Because hiding it takes extra effort. Let's face
exactly.
it. Should they stumble on it on their own, then that should be fine. But when you go out of your way to hide, or when you lie...
For me, it's like, choose. If you're going to tell everyone that you've broken up, then you should also tell everyone that, you know what, we're seeing each other still.
Mm-hmm, we're working it out.
If you're not the type who want to tell people that you're working things out, then don't tell them you've broken up.
I think this happens when one friend feels, the couple, one of them feels like the friends don't agree with the decision to work it out.
Yeah.
That's why they hide it. It's like, all my friends think we should break up, but I can't let you go, so let's just hide it from them.
Yeah.
But that's weird.
That's weird. Number 8, coming from JD. If every 5 minutes your annoying friend asks while sitting on her boyfriend's lap, is my hubby guapo? When obviously...
I shake my head at that.
when obviously she knows he is, that's why she's asking. And
but she wants a consensus.
She wants a consensus. And she wants to remind everyone that she found herself a good-looking, handsome boyfriend or husband.
Yeah,
that can really grate on the nerves.
Yeah, you can do it at the beginning, but not too much.
And not too often.
Not too often.
Yeah. The stick gets tired.
And the only thing that matters is how you feel about your boyfriend.
Even if they're ugly.
Or your girl.
No, like even if they're ugly, the point is you find them attractive. So,
Yeah, so
what does everybody care?
Look, you are entitled to your own insanity.
There you go. Yeah. True. You're the one who has to sleep with him every night and wake up to that face every morning. So that's your problem. Or that's your
And you're the one who's going to dip into that gene pool anyway.
Exactly, right?
So other people can have their say, but it only goes so far.
And you can only explain your choice so much.
Yeah.
I mean, if it's your choice, it's your choice. Number 7 from Purple Rose. Okay, from Cherry the Great and Purple Rose. If they call you a hater just because their PDA annoys you.
Oh.
Let's say you have a boyfriend and you're always PDAing and it annoys me and you know that it annoys me. You start calling me a hater or an ingitero just because I find your PDA annoying, and you never consider the idea that maybe it's the PDA that's really annoying.
Maybe it's getting, uncomfortable.
That maybe even other couples who do have partners of their own
Don't
still find it annoying.
Or they don't behave
and
the way
they don't
that
behave
you
that
do.
way, yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like you turn it around.
And
instead of, taking responsibility for your action, you just bounce it off the other people. They're like, you're just a hater.
Yeah. What I hate more is when people say, if let's say the quote-unquote hater is not in a relationship, and then they go, palibhasa walang boyfriend. And it's like, ugh.
And it's like, no, it's
you're
the behavior.
You're just really annoying.
Yeah. So, and the entry that caps off the bottom half, the bottom half of the top 10 signs you've become
can do it.
an annoying couple comes from Ian024.
He says,
if during their fights they always ask you who's right.
Oh.
They always ask their friends to arbiter.
Yeah.
Okay, so who's right in this one? Because this is what happened. He did blah, blah, blah. She blah, 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 blah. So who's right? It's like, can't you be mature enough to deal with this on your own?
What is the verb of arbiter? Arbitrate.
Yes.
Okay. An arbiter is the person? Arbitration?
Arbitration.
Arbitration.
Well, I've heard somebody use it like also
verb.
as a verb.
Okay. So you can arbiter between two people.
Well, that's what I heard. Unless he was wrong.
Okay.
But yeah.
Yeah, I mean, and in any case, come on, it's
and don't
make your friends a battleground where you have to choose.
Or like judges.
Yeah, either you're on his side or mine.
And if they say whatever, okay, you're right. That doesn't mean you are right. It just means your
To
friend
them.
thinks you're right. And you can't go back to your partner and say, you know what, my friends say I'm right.
So childish.
That will be just a bigger fight.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, so, learn to deal with each other independent of your friends or your opinion leaders.
Yeah. And, when you fight, it's an opportunity to get your language. Because when couples fight, apparently there's a problem, right? There's a problem. And for them to fix it, they would need to be... It's like to sharpen their communication skills with each other. So if people get in the middle... You fail. You fail at having to figure out how to fix your problem.
And remember, you ask person A, they'll say the boy's right. You ask person B, they'll say the girl's right. Now what? You go back to the same point where you were, which is you have two opposing opinions.
And it doesn't really solve the problem.
It doesn't solve the problem.
The problem exists between you and your boyfriend or your girlfriend.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So there you go.
It's so complicated.
I know.
It's a bit complicated.
So the top 10 signs you have become an annoying couple.
Okay.
Some entries are very complex. Some are very simple. We'll give them all to you. So if you want to join us, key in RX, space your entries, and send them to 2299. If you are abroad, tweet us via twitter.com/RXTMR.
Summer's hottest Monster Radio RX 93.1. Monster Hit of the Week.
I heard Chico's.
The Morning Rush.
Top 10.
Monster Radio RX 93.1. And hello to Monica and JP. They were listening earlier, but I wasn't able to read my messages early enough. So Monica and JP, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
And here we go. We've got some greets. Let's say good morning to hubby, engineer Marlon. All right, so here we go. We've got our top 10, courtesy of Cherry the Great. The top 10 signs you have become an annoying couple.
Okay.
Number 5. Okay, number 5 coming from, let's see here, Reyna Puti. Whenever they have a fight, sira na ang lakad ng buong barkada.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Because how do you... It's going to be awkward.
It's very awkward.
They're not talking to each other, and you don't want to get in the middle of it.
Yeah.
But you can't help it.
Because you are in the middle of it, because you are a barkada. Yeah, that can be a bit difficult. Number 4, coming from first place loser and crunch for more. When they set up their single friends together, as if our singleness was such a big burden to them.
Or sometimes they do it out of love.
Yeah, sometimes.
Do you think sometimes they don't?
Well, just like with anything else, sometimes it's the intention. The intentions are very different. People will set you up because they feel superior, and therefore we just want you to be on our level. That's why we're setting you up. Sometimes it's because it's genuine. They really want you to find someone, and maybe they're happy, and they want you to be happy too.
Did you ever like being set up when you were single?
You know what? People hardly set me up.
Why was that?
They never did. Well, maybe because they got so used to me. They've never seen me with anyone. My friends, the ones I grew up with. So I suppose it never entered their mind because I never did it. But I think if I started dating, people would start setting me up at the time. And right before I stopped being single.
What? Right before you what?
I stopped being single.
No, use your words. As if, pretend like there's no tomorrow and you needed to have your say today. Right before what?
Before I met someone.
Who's this someone? I mean...
My baby whale. It's just so funny because right before we met, there were about 3... For the first time in my life, 3 friends were setting me up with 3 people. And I'm like, what's up with that? From nobody setting me up to people panicking, and they started setting me up. But strangely, I never did go through with any of them. I had all of their numbers. We were already texting. We were just waiting for a date, like an actual, February, whatever. And then I met someone. And then I had to text all 3,
It's funny because there are people trying to set me up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Many, actually.
4.
See? 4 people. So maybe.
Maybe what? No, but I think with them, they just want to say that. I don't think they really want to set me up.
Then why would they set you up?
No, they just say it to get me going so that I start going out again. Yeah.
Because at least with you, you really go date. I mean, you go out on dates. I mean, you have gone out on dates. But it's harder to set somebody up who doesn't.
Who's not into
because they're not even dating. So how do you set up somebody who's not even into dating? So that's a bit more difficult.
But a setup is difficult.
It is.
Because what if you don't like, or they don't like you?
Yeah.
You don't like them, they don't like you.
Actually, it's better if you don't like each other.
Because it goes both ways and nobody gets hurt.
Yes.
But if one likes the other and the other one doesn't feel it, and they have to say it, it's so hard.
And don't you take it personally sometimes when they say, I found someone who's perfect for you. And then you see them and you're like...
That's perfect for me.
And you don't like them, or let's say you hate them. And you're like, what are you saying? Are you saying that if you believe in that, like levels, if you think that this is my level and you don't feel the same, rightly or wrongly, okay?
Yeah.
I'm just saying, don't you ever get that sometimes, like, they set you up with somebody they think is on your level? Because let's face it, would you set up somebody, let's say, a model with somebody who, something like that? I find that very tricky. Because obviously they're trying to find somebody your peer.
Well, I remember I got set up by a former office mate. She set me up with her friend's brother. The guy was nice. Yeah. Really, 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 really nice. But I don't know what was going on in her head. Because we were not going to get along. Maybe as, acquaintances. But personality-wise, it just was not going to fit.
Yeah.
And I was like, what is wrong with my friend? Does she even know me?
Yeah, something like that. It's a very tricky thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. And number...
That's why you should leave it to matchmakers.
Yeah. Professional ones.
Yes.
Number 3, coming from Super Jelly. We got... a cousin got into an accident because they were holding hands while he was driving. His right hand was holding his girlfriend's left hand. Now, when it was time to shift gears, he was using his left hand to reach over to the stick shift to change gears. They got into an accident just because they wouldn't let go of their holding hands.
Did anybody get hurt?
No, not
okay,
really.
at least.
But that's just a car accident.
Okay.
Can you imagine?
You can let go of each other's hands.
Don't be OA.
You're already in the same car anyways already.
Number 2, from Bad Enemy. If I know of a couple who are not just office mates, but their cubicles are right next to each other. Of course, if it's a cubicle, then there's like a divider, right? They share 1 cup of coffee. And when one takes a sip, they pass it over to the other side of the cubicle. They reach their hands very high. And then she takes a sip, and then she reaches it back over. And then they have to call each other, right? Han, ito na yung coffee. And then they pass it over. Han, ito na yung coffee. And then
That's annoying.
It is so annoying for the entire office. And then not only that, once they're done with the coffee, they start passing notes full of sweet nothings to each other.
On top of the divider.
Here's a note for you. And then she reads it. Thank you, Han. Love you. That is so annoying.
That's annoying. I mean, seriously annoying.
And the number 1 sign you have become an annoying couple comes from Amber. Amber says, guys, generally, I'm annoyed with couples. Period. Kasi inggit ako.
She owned up to it.
So it has nothing to do with the actual couple. She just finds them annoying. Period. Kasi inggit ako. Yeah.
That's reason enough.
Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Wow. Very honest.
Let's just say good morning to Anna Marie. Please greet my Lola. Happy birthday, Nanay. Hope you enjoy this day. And Nyoan of Singapore would like to greet her friends Ketty Zen Synth in Canada and Sharkbait. Hope you'll have enough sleep today. Thank you for joining us, guys.
Thank you.
Let's do it. Let's do the top 10 signs you have become an annoying couple. Let's start off at number 10 from Anamore Ravenclaw. When they compare their relationship with yours as if it were a competition. Like, this is between couples.
Yeah.
Couple to another couple. And it's always like, how are you, blah, blah, blah. Like, one aspect of the relationship. And they go, kasi kami ganito. And it's almost as if, it's one thing to just compare notes. But sometimes you feel like, are you competing with us? Are you trying to tell us you're better in this aspect or that aspect? Yeah.
And what's the point?
And what's the point,
it's not
right?
really a competition.
And there's no like way to measure it. But for some people, it's enough for them to be able to say, oh, we're this, we're that. Number 9, coming from... okay. No, because my contacts, my eyes need a little time to get used to it. I can't read. And it's not because of my handwriting. It's blurry. Number 9, coming from...
How defensive.
I know, right? No, because I really can't read it. Number 9, coming from No Name. If she constantly tells you how much of a jerk he is, but if you tell her to leave him, she defends him.
But that's the way it
Couples
is,
are,
right?
Yeah. Because sometimes they just want an ear to listen.
Yeah.
Not because she wants to leave him. It's like a pressure cooker. You just need to let the air out so that, it doesn't build up inside. Not really for anything. For some friends, they don't want their friends to actually make kampe. They're not asking them to choose sides when they air their problems. They just want somebody to talk to.
They need to express how they're feeling. Okay.
Without necessarily asking you to choose between them. Number 8, coming from Raj. If the couple does PDA, knowing that there was that you had something with one of them before.
Oh, like it's somebody's ex.
Yes, somebody's ex. Sorry, that's Leishana. So let's say we're a couple, and then we were kissing in front of Rico Robles, but then Rico had something with you in the past. That's kind of rude.
Well, I don't agree. I think it's with the intention.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, we can't not act like a couple
just because
of Rico Robles. I mean, if I were doing it to make him feel weird, then that's the problem.
Because I wouldn't. Just to not make anyone uncomfortable.
No, let's make him uncomfortable.
So are you saying something happened? So first it was the lesbian rumors. Now there's like a Now there's like this ex rumors between the two of you.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know, I know it. I'm hard to figure out. People can't tell one way or another.
Yeah.
That's the appeal.
That's the appeal, right?
Yeah, you'll
keep
never
everyone
know.
guess. That's what they say. Keep everyone guessing.
Yes.
Okay, and number 8 coming from Cherry the Great. Couples who share one email address. I really find this annoying. I don't want your boyfriend to know na may pigsa ako sa puwet. You know, sometimes you're just emailing your friend, but because they share the email...
Okay, so Cherry, you don't want the boyfriend to know that you have pigsa sa puwet.
Exactly.
But you'll say that on national radio.
Yes. And...
sure.
Number 7. And the entry that caps off the bottom half of the top 10 signs you've become an annoying couple comes from No Name.
No Name says...
if they bring their dogs in your animal-free condo.
Oh my gosh, this is a great entry.
This is a great entry, especially for me, like I have dogs.
Yes.
And seriously, I don't... Because I have dogs, I would never bring them unless I know that they are comfortable with us bringing our dogs to their place, whether it's a house or a condo.
Yeah.
And same thing the other way around. Just because we have dogs, we would like people to ask us first before assuming that they can bring their animals to our
true.
home.
It's common decency.
And especially if, let's say...
common courtesy.
Yeah. No, because let's say our Chihuahua has a tendency, she's a jumper. Not like the Yorkie, he always stays on the ground. Now, our Chihuahua will jump on furniture.
Yes.
And sometimes she sheds heavily. And just because you're used to it doesn't mean the household you're visiting is.
Oh, okay.
So, that might be a little yucky for them to have dogs stepping on their sofa. Not everyone feels the same way about animals as we do.
That's true.
So, you really, really have to make sure it's okay before you... same thing with children. Sometimes you have kids and a behavior that might be acceptable in your house
May not be acceptable
in somebody else's house.
Mm-hmm.
So let's say they can just bump things and touch things and put them out of order. That might be okay with you. But when you're in another house, you have to rein them in and say, don't touch that. It's not ours.
Mm-hmm.
That sort of thing.
Yeah.
So I think that's a very good entry.
And it's so real.
It's so real.
That's what's great about that entry. Couples are not annoying just because of how they behave with each other. It's how
they behave in public, how they behave in other people's houses.
Homes there.
And so, yeah, very nice. I really like that. So here we go. The top 10 signs that you have become an annoying couple. Let's start off at number 6. We kind of stretched it a little bit. Number 6 coming from No Name. In our office, we have an office mate who has a boyfriend who calls every hour looking for her. And especially if they don't have a direct line, that can be pretty annoying.
Yes.
And it's like, look, can't you just text each other? Why do you have to call every hour?
And it gets in the way of the work.
Of work.
Yeah. Remember, you're there to be paid. You're being asked to perform a certain task, and then in return, the company pays you. So if you're always talking on the phone, that has nothing to do with the work.
And you know what? A lot of offices actually don't allow personal calls during office hours. You can't. Number 5, coming from Loy Pogi. What I really find annoying is that the pairing of a hot chick with an ugly boyfriend. It doesn't seem like a relationship to me, more like a hostage situation. The hot chick was held hostage against her will.
No, but I think sometimes it's a calculated thing.
Yeah?
Some good-looking people feel like they have more control. They have the upper hand.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so they would rather get it on someone who's not as good-looking as them.
As they are.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. Number 4, coming from No Name, couples who slither together.
Slither?
Yeah, because according to No Name, it's more like dalawang ahas who got together. Like maybe they were both in a relationship when they met each other.
Oh,
and in Tagalog, inahas ang isa't isa. So, couples who slither together.
Well, they do say that all is fair in love and war.
Number 3, coming from Mariah Cario, when they fight... Okay, he hates it when this happens. Okay, couple fights. Okay? They fight with each other. And then one goes to him looking for kakampe. So, he will make kampe with one, and then they get back together. And
he's
then
the
now
enemy.
He's bad blood with the one that he didn't kampe with.
That's why you should never get in the middle of that.
Yeah, leave it between the two of them. One more from Mariah Carey. When they use Twitter as their chat room.
Yes.
Like, they're not really... It's not really for everybody else, but they do it anyway. So if you're following both, you would see the exchange.
Okay, what if? What if they had met somewhere, forgot to exchange phone numbers, and the only way one of them could find the other one was via Twitter? And then they were going back and forth?
No, because if they found themselves on Twitter already, then they can DM each other.
Yeah, but he doesn't know how to do Twitter. I mean, hypothetically.
What about the other one? Then she can say, just give me your number.
Addict.
Or give me your YM ID. Yeah. You know, because it's really weird. It's like...
Yeah, true.
You're chatting already. Do we really need to read this? There. Well, you can always unfollow them. And number 2, coming from RoboCop. RoboCop. Madam Outing paired with anyone would make an annoying couple. You guys are so bad. And the number 1 sign you have become an annoying couple comes from Nobody's Juliet. Nobody's Juliet says, kapag pinapadaan nyo pa sa single friend nyo yung mga kaswitan nyo. Oo, bitter ako. It's like, for instance, let's say we're a couple, and then Rico is single. I would say, okay, Rico, tell Del, blah, 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 blah. You know, sweet nothings. And then he would have to go to you, deliver the message, and then you would say, okay, then tell Chico, blah, 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 blah. And then, you know, it's like, and this is someone who isn't in a relationship, so you kind of...
Anytime you use a bridge,
I
think it's pretty annoying.
It's pretty annoying.
If you're already boyfriend, girlfriend.
Especially if you have issues about being single. Because if you're zen about it, then no problem. But it's like...
even then, even if you were zen, I think, you know, you're a couple. You should be able to go directly to each other.
I think you just want an audience.
That's the annoying part.
Yeah,
that you
you're
want
looking
an
for an audience. You want somebody to see just how sweet you guys are. All right, so congratulations to Nobody's Juliet.
That's it.
All right, what about us? What is our answer?
Annoying couple?
Yes, annoying couple.
Most of the couples I'm around are really nice.
Yeah?
Yeah, lately I haven't been around annoying couples.
Okay,
Do
let
you
me
have
see.
one?
Let me think. I would have to say, what would be annoying to me?
Because seriously, there is nothing. I mean, I wish I had a friend who was annoying. But I'm surrounded by couples who are maybe because, I don't know, but they're all okay. You and the one you love, another couple friend of ours, my best friend.
Okay, I got one.
Okay.
When it's just the 3 of you, couple and then an extra one, whether that person is in a relationship or not, I think couples have to adjust. Because obviously you two will be very close. So... you know, there really will be an edging out of the third person. Whether it's just for lunch.
Third wheel.
Yeah, third wheel, that sort of thing. So
you don't mean it, but...
You don't mean it.
Because you're a couple. I mean, of course.
I think it lies on the burden lies on the shoulders of the couple to make sure that they don't make the third person uncomfortable. Okay. You really have to make it... you can't go, well, we can't stop being sweet to each other.
No, just a little sensitivity.
Just a little sensitivity, just to make sure that they don't feel out of place.
Is that what you do with me?
No, I really just think that it's incumbent upon the couple to be sensitive to other people.
Okay, and if you really want to be sensitive, you could buy, you know, the said friend, I don't know, a pair of diamond earrings.
I wouldn't go that far.
No?
But yeah.
But she'll really appreciate it. And she'll never think you're annoying.
Yeah.
No? Never mind.
And
I tried.
And a lot of people were saying couples who, let's say, they share a room in a resort, or worse.
And then they do something.
Or worse, they share a bed, and then while they think their friend is sleeping, they start doing something. That is the grossest thing.
Tell me you have never been guilty of that.
No.
Really?
No. We would never do that with somebody in the same room.
Okay.
So you have... Aha! Now something comes to mind.
It doesn't count.
That counts.
It doesn't count. It was in a sleeping bag.
We know it. We knew something happened.
It doesn't count. It doesn't count.
Okay. So thank you for joining us.
Thank you.